Mal gucken, vielleicht kann er uns ja ein paar Tipps geben, weißt du, noch ein bisschen was sagen. Und den Typen kennt man auch. Und er noch mitgespielt? Bei Fringe hat er mitgespielt, der Schauspieler, und bei Sleepy Hollow in der Serie. Und andere Serien oder Filme fallen mir jetzt gerade leider nicht ein.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe. Send them through.
Send them through. Okay.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
Na dann, hübsches Haus. Aber gut, ist ja auch nicht anders zu erwarten.
May I help you, gentlemen?
Das hoffe ich doch.
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Geht doch. Geht doch, geht doch. Guck mal, hier siehst du auch die paar Häuserchen.
Like a cigar. Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Hier siehst du die ganzen Häuser. Preise. Als Modell sind sie sehr schön, muss ich sagen, ne? So, da hinten auch noch, und hier reden wir jetzt mit ihm. Alles klar.
Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Wir haben ein paar Fragen.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Vielleicht noch irgendwas anderes?
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Ja gut, es könnte natürlich sein, wenn man ein größeres Unternehmen leitet, weiß man nicht alles, aber ich denke mal, es ist eine Lüge.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Ja, das, oder? Würde ich sagen. Ich mach das einfach.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Tja, wenn es sein muss.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Gut, der Vorteil ist, sie müssen ja nicht, weil die Häuser brennen ab. Und dann können sie neu bauen.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Doch, ich kann alles. Denn das Zement war, die Qualität war definitiv schlecht, das habe ich auf einen Blick gesehen.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD.
Natürlich.
My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Da möchte wohl jemand
Glad to be of help.
Schweigen erkaufen.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Chapman, den kennen wir doch, oder?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Hier darf ich nicht telefonieren, alles klar, dann muss ich wohl rausgehen. Hatten wir den nicht im letzten? Oh.
Everybody in this town is
Your boss is a fine man.
Da gibt's hier ein Telefon? Mir wird hier eins angezeigt. Ich benutze es einfach, ne? Danke. Geht einfach hin, nimmt das Telefon. Läuft.
Message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you.
Ja, zumindest kommt mir der Name sehr bekannt vor. Irgendwie.
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bin it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Buy me a drink, Cole?
No! Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that
I
company.
have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Tja, wir scheinen irgendwas auf der Spur zu sein. Sonst würde man uns nicht so unten halten wollen.
Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
Ja, scheint aber ein korrekter Typ zu sein. Was ist das denn?
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Okay.
Let's go pick him up.
Dann fahren wir mal wieder
You
selber.
fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
Können wir machen.
But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
War das aber irgendwie eine langsame Mühle, ne? Muss ich ja doch mal sagen. Nicht unbedingt der flotteste Wagen. Ups.
Oh, what are you doing?
Nix. Ich habe gar nichts getan, das war ich nicht. Ein bisschen nervt das schon, dass die immer nur in eine Richtung ausweichen können. Aber naja, machst du nix, ne? Da machst du einfach nix. Ich glaube, also wenn das jetzt hier das letzte Ding ist, dann ist das ja fast eine Folge, weil das werde ich nicht cutten. Außer es wird 40 Minuten. Aber vielleicht auch dann. Habe ich mal einen Fall in einer Folge abgeschlossen, ist ja auch mal was Tolles. Alter, wo wohnt der denn? Ich hätte doch Herschel fahren lassen sollen. Meine Güte, der wohnt ja am Arsch der Welt, ey. Aber es macht nichts. Bald dürften wir das... Ja, genau! Und der fährt nicht aus dem Weg. Jetzt sagt er auch nichts mehr, er hat schon aufgegeben. So, die nächste fahre ich jetzt links. Jetzt müsste ich ja eigentlich mal bald da sein, hoffe ich. Zumindest, dass ich das auf der Minimap sehen kann. Das wäre auch schon mal... Ach, da ist es. Ja, wenn die einfach dumm stehen bleiben, ey, ich meine... Warum fahren die nicht einfach mal aus dem Weg? Pissnecken. Ohne Spaß, ne? Mann, Mann, Mann. So, da sind wir. Chapman's Apartment.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of problem.
take a look at the car.
Okay. Was haben wir denn da? Vor allem ist nicht
See
abgeschlossen.
what he's hauling around.
Moskito-Netzscan. Das kennen wir natürlich. Ja, ist ja gut. Mal rein. Und da haben wir
Motive,
es.
opportunity, and hard evidence.
Was haben wir hier noch? Ein paar Flyer natürlich. Munition. Kaliber 45 Automatik, 50er Munition, 173 Korn, Metall, durchschlagende Kugel. Alles klar. Ja, ist gut.
I should advise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Das sind wir auch, Cole. Und eine Akte, oder was soll das sein? Ach nee, nur ein Flyer. Ich finde aber lustig, dass die immer den ganzen Text nochmal machen müssen. Wir haben das ja jetzt schon gesehen und das Spiel müsste das im Zweifel ja sogar wissen. Warum wird uns der ganze Text nochmal übersetzt?
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Gut, ich glaube, das war's. Außer da kommt noch was. Nee, das war's.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley.
Boah,
We
der
gotta move fast, Cole.
Der braucht ganz schön lange, um mal loszufahren.
Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
Okay, das Schöne ist, hier weiß ich ja, wo er lang fährt.
In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. The suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Alter, was soll ich machen? Ich falle hinterher, der ist ja eh gleich im Arsch, oder? Mach irgendwas. Schieß auf ihn oder... Ich hab auch keine Ahnung. Der ballert hier auf jeden Fall alles weg.
Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here.
Okay. Also er kann nicht überraschend irgendwo hinfahren.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Okay. Er haut jetzt nicht wirklich ab, oder? Tot, ja. Down. To the ground.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Und damit haben wir diesen Fall abgeschlossen, mal alles wieder gefunden, alle Fragen richtig beantwortet. 5 Sterne. Chapman nimmt sein Motiv und alle möglichen Verbindungen zu Monroe und Elysian mit ins Grab. Genau das wird er nämlich tun, denn er ist tot. Ob er es denn tatsächlich war, ob der Leland Monroe nicht doch irgendwie Dreck am Stecken hat, ich weiß ehrlich gesagt gar nicht, ob wir das herausfinden. Und ich glaube, es gibt auch noch einen DLC-Fall. Der jetzt kommt oder nach dem nächsten, ich weiß es nicht genau. Schauen wir mal. Aber wir sind fertig mit diesem Fall. Ich glaube, das ist noch nicht hinlänglich geklärt, die ganze Geschichte, auch nicht zufriedenstellend, aber das soll es erstmal gewesen sein. Es sind dann doch 2 Folgen geworden, naja. Ich bedanke mich auf jeden Fall bei euch fürs Einschalten und hoffe, ihr seid beim nächsten Mal wieder mit dabei. Dann geht's weiter mit Cole Phelps und seinen Adventures in Los Angeles. Und bis dahin, Haut rein.